Men of Reddit, what shouldn't men be judged for doing? Being short. Literally no one has control over their height. Judge people for the things they can control. Seeking support with mental health. I grew up in an environment where this wasn't okay, but in adulthood I very much needed help working through things and didn't have the tools or understanding to do it alone. Getting physically taken care of, for instance massage, spa, that kind of thing. Why should women be the only ones to get that stuff? Massages are the best thing. Especially if you do lots of heavy lifting, sports, man stuff. Not being comfortable around kids. It doesn't mean they can't handle kids or don't like kids. Most likely, it just means they're new to it. Getting a sports car or new clothes or shit. I couldn't afford the cars I wanted when I was younger. It's not some phase or a midlife crisis. Stop labeling men as immature for enjoying things they couldn't when they were younger. Maturity is not defined by one's hobbies or interests. And I just like the car. Stoicism. I get it's the modern era and people wanna be open about their feelings and be free to cry. But it cuts both ways. If a man wants to keep their emotions private and in check, he shouldn't be judged as being regressive or cold. Saying they like kids. When women say it's so cute and it's admirable they wanna be a future teacher or mother, but when a guy says it he's a pedo. Not being interested in sex with a specific woman at a specific moment. I read a comment that said, women are all about Me Too and LGBT rights, until they get rejected. And then they're all I bet he gay. I was like, yup. Shocking how easily this kind of hypocrisy rears itself. Fiddling while sitting down to fix that stupid boner-looking bulge that's caused by wearing hoodies with a zipper. Parenting kids, working in primary education and being babysitters. People just automatically assume that when a man is doing these things that he's a pedophile and not to be trusted. But women are never suspect. It doesn't make sense. If you are concerned with protecting your kids from unsavory individuals, do a background check. For not having a house, not having a car, or not being financially stable. I'm doing what I can, okay. Taking long showers. I wish that I was able to take a long shower without everybody in the household thinking I'm having a wank. I just want to enjoy hot water, it's relaxing. Existing. I'm not a rapist because I'm out at night. I'm not a predator because I have a child in my company. I'm not dangerous because you're defenseless. I'm not a creep because you can't tell why I'm there. I'm not an incel because you don't have empathy for men. Having sex toys. Sure, it's hot when Becky has her Hitachi out, but if I leave a fleshlight out on the kitchen table, it leads to some awkward conversations. Not being in the mood for sex. Women, or men, can take it so personally. Sometimes we're too exhausted. Bringing up something that bothers them about their partner, from the major to minor issues. Honestly, having to deal with the 2-hour-long fallout about how said issues make your partner feel after they hear it, makes it not worth it. So that shit gets bottled up. Being happy. IDC if we're wearing PPE and everyone on this job site is a depressed alcoholic, I'm gonna whistle once in a while and wear my SpongeBob socks. Loving somebody with their whole being. If that makes me a simp for the one that has all my attention, then so what? Crying. Every time someone sees a man crying, most people would ignore it. Whereas, if someone saw a woman crying, the chances are they would go and see what's wrong. Men get told to man up when they're crying or are told men don't cry, and no. Real men cry. Not being jacked off or being short or having a eating disorder, most of these things need help and can't be controlled. Leaving the toilet seat up. It goes both ways. We never moan when women leave it down. Because we look at the toilet before using it, and it isn't hard to either lower or raise it. Being ourselves. If you see us laughing about some nonsense shit, don't judge us. We like to random things sometimes and talking about things that doesn't add anything to our lives. Complimenting women. I was walking past this lady with brilliant bright pink hair and said, "I love your hair." She looked at me like I was insane, sad smiley. Having hobbies people define as effeminate. Such as baking, gardening, textiles, stuff like that. Wanting to have children, or just finding joy in children in general. Absolutely despise that I can't look at a family enjoying a day at the park without immediately being assumed to be a pedophile or some sort of monster. Masturbation. Including with toys. Women have an entire social media presence around sex toys. They invented the Ann Summers party. But men aren't allowed such guilty pleasures. I think that needs to change. I think treating self-in-love as a separate and healthy activity for men would benefit the sex lives of everybody. There's this assumption among men that masturbation is a substitute for sex, and I don't think that has to be the case. Drinking cocktails instead of beer. Or girly drinks. It's my money, damn it, and I'm gonna drink something that tastes good. Having trust issues with women. We are supposed to accept women have trust issues with men, but guys are taken less seriously even when they have solid reasons. Being close to their parents. Just because a man is close to his parents / mother doesn't mean he's a mama's boy. Wanting traditionally male areas to stay male-centered with no women Boy Scouts and social clubs. Wanting to be a protector and a person women turn to for help. We get it, ladies, it's 2022 and you're so independent and don't need our help, or our protection. You can handle yourselves. But we like playing that role. Help us out. Winking smiley. Allow us to be that guy every now and then. Patriarchy or being a successful white man even though I was born in poverty. It's not my fault the world was how it was before I was born. I don't belittle women or think they are lesser. Crying. I was raised around older people in the South and basically was forced into never showing emotion. I know older men who simply can't express their feelings. Video games. I hear a lot of people say it's juvenile or they complain about a male partner playing. But it's simply something fun to do. Why not join in or find something to occupy your time as well? And I'm not talking about someone gaming unhealthy amounts. Manspreading. Some days your balls are swollen and hurt and you do it unconsciously, not because we are trying to conquer women's space. Crying. I'm a female but I know men shouldn't be judged for having human emotions and it's not a weakness, sometimes they are just made to believe it is, hence why they always try to act tough. Funny that I would say this because I'm gay, but, being sexually attracted to women. There's nothing gross about that as long as it doesn't involve harassment and one remembers that everyone is a person, not an object. Crossing our arms to hide that big ol' belly when we're sitting and get tired of sucking it in. Or maybe that's just a me problem, it LMAO. When a good man gets up to go to work every day and takes pride in his job no matter what it is. And hopefully finds happiness in what he is doing.